In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase, a walk in the park. When we describe something as a walk in a park, we mean that it's going to be very, very easy. If I say that tomorrow I'm going to go for a 20-minute walk, that's a walk in the park for me. Oh, it's a bad example. I'm using the literal example of walking to talk about this. I usually go for a 45 to 60-minute walk. If I have to walk somewhere and it's only 10 minutes, it's a walk in the park. It's really easy. Let me think of a better example. If I had to write an English test, it would be a walk in the park for me because I speak English. It would be something that's really, really easy. The other term I wanted to teach you today is a cakewalk, and this means exactly the same thing. If you needed to take an English test, it might be hard for you, but I'm not trying to brag here. If I needed to take an English test, it would be a cakewalk. Well, hopefully. If it was advanced grammar, I might have some difficulty, but especially if they were asking for the actual names and terms. I'm not a super expert on grammar, if you haven't noticed. But a cakewalk would be how we refer to anything that's really, really easy. If Jen needs to grow something, it's a cakewalk for her. She's really good at doing that. So to review, a walk in the park and a cakewalk, both these terms are used to refer to something that's really, really easy for someone to do. When a team that's really good plays a team that isn't so good, usually you expect it to be a walk in the park when they play that game. You expect them to win easily, or you expect it to be a cakewalk. Anyways, let's look at a comment from a previous video. This comment is from Vitor. I think it's good for Bob to be a teacher. The students learned a lot from the teacher and vice versa. And I say for sure, I learn so much from all of you. There's some truth to that. A teacher teaches students, and students learn from the teacher, but I would say vice versa makes sense here, because often I learn things from my students as well. As I talk to students, they teach me things. In fact, one of the things that's true about being a teacher is that you learn your subject better than you would if you were a student. Let me explain this a little bit. As I teach you the English language, I actually learn more and more about the English language myself. I become more of an expert because in order to teach what I want to teach, I have to really know what I'm teaching. Hopefully that made some sense. Anyways, thanks Vitor for the comment. I wanted to give you a look here. I usually like to show you things that are in bloom. So we have not only the dandelions down here in the lawn, but we also have these beautiful daffodils. We'll probably be harvesting some of these, although it's a little late to sell daffodils. And here we have some where they haven't quite bloomed yet. That's really it for right now. There's not a lot of other stuff blooming here on the farm. It will be a few months, probably about a month and a half before the peonies start popping up, and probably a good 2 months before we're in the full swing of things here on the farm. When you're in the full swing of things, it means that you're working from sunup to sundown. That's what I would say. On a farm, when we're in the full swing of things, we work sunup till sundown. And I'm looking forward to a bit of shade. I use shade a lot in the summer to make my English lessons. There's always a nice shady spot to stand. Right now, I don't have any shade. Hopefully it's coming soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in a couple days with another short English lesson. Bye.